Yeah. It's a lot that done happened this week, man. You good?
I'm alright. Trying to get my bearings and everything together. You know, that was my first week back and shit work.
How was your first week? And they got y'all on mandatory overtime.
Struggle.
3 in the morning?
3 in the morning.
To what?
1:30. They changed it. They pushed it back an extra 30 minutes. Bro.
How was your week?
It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully get this job, cross my fingers with it.
Oh, yeah. How was your week?
Smooth. It was a pretty decent week. Went by kind of quick.
It did go by quick.
That's good. I be tired of this shit.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yours did.
No, it didn't go by quick.
Yeah.
It didn't go by quick enough for him, but it went by kind of quick.
My week went by too slow.
Too slow?
Too slow.
That's just because you had to.
You finally working, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Give it another week, he'll be back into the swing of things.
Like, he could tell you, majority of the time when he come in from working and stuff, I'll be sleeping on this couch.
I believe it.
He ain't even made it upstairs. I be walking in the door like, okay.
Knocked out.
Light. I'm out. I just be testing to see how sleepy he really is.
That's you. That's because you be bored sometimes. Yeah.
And he see.
Now earlier it was a mistake, but I be dropping shit. I be moving shit in the sink. And be over there.
Knocked out.
The other day I walked in the house, I was like, what the fuck is that? I was doing something in the kitchen. I said, what the fuck is that? It's this nigga snoring. That shit sounded like a real bear.
Oh, damn, nigga.
But you gotta understand, like, my daily schedule has been wake up at 1 in the morning and get ready for work. Go to work. Work a full 10-hour shift. Come home for like 20-30 minutes to shower and everything.
Pass out.
No. Leave. Go spend time with my daughter.
Ah, okay.
For about 5 hours. Leave there at like about 8:30. Go to the gym for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
If that long.
And then come home. And I still gotta eat.
And wake up and do it
all over again.
So I know you be looking forward to your days off. Did you get 3 days off? 2?
2. The weekends.
Yeah.
I get 4, so.
Lucky you.
Shit. Today a smooth day. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Michael AFK.
It's your boy Papa Fozzie.
Smoke.
And your boy Static, back with the friction.
A lot has actually for real happened this week in the NBA and celebrity news and all that. So where y'all think I should start?
Bro, what's going on with
I heard
LeBron
Kyrie tore his ACL.
bro?
LeBron, what you
Yeah.
say? What you say?
I heard Kyrie tore his ACL.
What?
Yeah, Kyrie did. Yeah, he tore his
out for the
ACL.
season.
Yeah, he You alright?
I be rooting for that man, dog.
Right.
Yeah.
I be rooting for that man. It's not another player other than LeBron that I root for more than Kyrie.
Hell, to be honest, I
I
thought
want
it was
Kyrie
going to
to
be AD.
get another ring, bro. I need that shit, bro.
Yeah. He was actually
And
balling.
to know
He was
that
balling.
LeBron's getting another one, it makes me really happy.
Yeah.
Because who's beating the Lakers?
At this point, I just need to see them play Boston.
Right.
And Boston comes up.
Fuck Boston.
Boston too good.
Fuck Boston. And this is no disrespect to anybody that plays for Boston. I just have a supreme disdain for the Boston Celtics.
I understand.
Fuck
I've
Boston.
always had that for a really long time. I have no
Fuck the
idea
Patriots, fuck the
why,
Celtics.
honestly.
Yes.
You said who?
Fuck the Patriots, fuck the Celtics, fuck them.
Okay.
See, you just a hater.
Yeah, man.
See, I just don't like the Celtics specifically. The Patriots, awesome. Like, Boston Celtics, ugh, your colors are doo-doo. But it's something about Boston that I just don't like. Larry Bird was the shit, but the rest of you niggas, I love Ray Allen because he was on the Heat.
Yeah.
You ain't fuck with Paul?
No.
KG?
I love KG.
KG.
I love
He was just another version of
KG.
what you call it, Draymond.
But I didn't. I never.
You mean
liked
Draymond
him.
is a version of KG?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But I loved. Okay. I loved KG's career. I loved everything he did. He was great until he went to Boston. He was good on Boston. I'm just not a fan of Jason Tatum, great basketball player.
Yeah.
Fuck Boston. Can't stand you because you play for them. Jaylen Brown,
Awesome.
excellent player.
Yeah.
Baby Braun. Baby Braun, that's his name. I know Bronny exists, but he's Baby
No, I know
Braun.
what you mean. I know what you mean.
You play for the Boston Celtics, man. I can't fuck with you.
Drew Holiday, cold.
Can't fuck with you. You play for the Boston Celtics. Now, when you leave, hoorah! Can't
So
do
you
it,
didn't
bro.
fuck with Kyrie when he was with Boston?
No, I did not, bro. I love Kyrie. Love you, dog. Can't do it when you with Boston. Just can't. I just can't do it,
So
bro.
the same with Shaq.
Yes. And you know how I feel about Shaq.
Yeah.
But when he played for Boston, it was like, oh, you mother.
How you feel about Shaq?
Huh?
How you feel about Shaq?
I love Shaq. Greatest center of all time.
Oh, really? Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
There's an argument to be
Yes,
made?
there's an argument. People make
Who?
arguments. People make arguments about niggas like Wilt. They make arguments about Akeem.
Shaq.
I could see
Shaq pound for
Hakeem.
pound was the greatest big man.
ever.
I agree.
Ever.
They said the same. They was talking
There's
about.
nobody.
They was
that-
talking about Yao Ming.
Okay.
Dikembe.
Okay, all of them.
He was good, but he not the greatest.
Dikembe
big
wasn't
man.
no Shaq.
I'm just telling you what I'm telling you what the arguments were.
Shaq was defensive. He was a powerhouse. He was a center that moved like a power forward. He'll fuck around and like
Shaq was.
Shaq would grab that motherfucker, spin around, dunk that shit, and point and go to the next one. Like
Shaq was the only one to bring down the house.
Y'all coming at me like I'm the one who's trying to say that y'all wrong. I agree. I think Shaq is legitimately the most dominant player to have ever graced the court. And just pure dominance. On the court, nobody can stop him.
I agree.
Unless you get in the free throw line.
which was the hack and Shaq rule. So
Apparently he could shoot.
And he
threes.
can actually shoot threes.
yeah, I heard
Man,
that.
that
He
voodoo
can
shit.
actually shoot
That
threes.
voodoo shit you
That's the
did now, bro.
crazy
That voodoo shit.
So like,
The thing is, Shaq can actually shoot in real life. That's what's funny.
yeah.
That shit is hilarious. He can actually shoot.
So
He mad because I hit a 3 on him in 2K with Shaq.
he did.
That voodoo shit.
Yeah.
See? See?
You should definitely be in tournaments the way you
And let me
showed
tell
yourself
you,
to the
he
2K
did
guys.
not stop until he made one with Shaq.
I wouldn't stop either. I'm gonna prove to you that I'm better than you by shooting the 3 with the sorriest 3 shooter in the game.
Fucking hell, man. But yeah, that people say there's a legitimate argument over that, over best center. They say it's not
I think
over
I
power
did.
forward. They give it to Tim Duncan.
I think I did quit after that. Like,
Oh, they
nope,
do.
nope.
They also put.
There's a strong argument for that.
Yeah, they also say Robinson's in that conversation for center too.
Who?
David Robinson.
Okay, I can see that.
The only reason I want to
center.
give it to Wilt and Akeem is only because of the time that they played.
Akeem played with around the same. He got drafted the same year as Jordan.
But look at the
And he got
height-
two- and he got 2 rings.
But look at the height difference compared to everybody else.
What is Akeem? Akeem like what? 6'11"? Was he a 7-footer?
I think he was like 7. Nope.
Came Elijah one.
No, he wasn't 7.
I know Shaq was 7'2".
Yeah, Shaq is 7 too.
Yao Ming was like 7'3",
But
7'4".
think about it. Put Shaq in that time.
Shaq wasn't that time.
No,
What you mean?
like
Shaq was on the
Like-
Magic. He played in the Magic in the 90s.
a little bit older Shaq when he really
Are you
got
talking about
skin in
Shaq
the
from
game for
Shaq?
real.
He went.
When he got skin in the game for
I'm saying
real.
you talking about Shaq that Jerry West made. Yeah. I don't think it would have been anybody in Jordan's era that could have stopped him.
Exactly.
So,
Find what you're looking for?
how,
Hakeem Elijah one was where his height at?
Just put in Akeem Olajuwon height.
7 foot.
7 foot even. Okay. All right. Yeah. So there's
Probably
that.
with a longer wingspan than Shaq.
But what did Stephen A. say to LeBron or about LeBron?
So LeBron.
Apparently he said something about Bronny, and Bronny checked his ass in person.
Yeah. So the issue that's going around with the league, outside of Jokic, because if you don't know, Jokic was drafted in the 2nd round, I think at 52. Nobody talks about any 2nd round, 55th or otherwise pick ever until Bronny came into the picture. And
What about Jokic?
I said besides Jokic. Nobody talks about those picks for real in the second round unless they become like stars. But outside of something like that, they don't talk about it. Like Draymond. Draymond's a second round pick. But but one of the issues is you're antagonizing Bronny, not because of how you feel about Bronny, but because how you feel about LeBron, which is really what it is. A lot of people hate on. He'd be like, oh, he wasn't ready for the NBA. He doesn't belong in the NBA. The only reason why he's there is because the only reason why he's in the league is because of his daddy. His game isn't built for the NBA. The stuff that they
where did he lie?
Stephen A?
Yeah, where did he lie? Just based off of what you said, I completely agree.
Every player that's trained Bronny, Gilbert Arenas, Trevor Ariza, everybody that's like, no, when you train with him, that dude is ready for the thing that happened to Bronny that people keep forgetting is that the nigga almost died.
No, I understand that.
So I'm saying he had to get his full bearings ready. But like, if you see him in the G League, and when you do see him get actual floor minutes on in the NBA, he's getting his I don't want to just say his shot off, but he's getting his freedom again. Like when, like in a lot of games, he'll be in there for like he'll be in there for like 4 minutes or a little bit less. But he's scoring at a clip of every 2 minutes he's scoring. So if he had 30, just listen to what I'm saying. So let's say you put him, let's just say that never stopped, right? Let's say that every 2 minutes, Bronny is scoring 1 bucket. Mm-hmm. That would mean that if he had 30 minutes a game, that's 60 points a game. Not saying he would do that.
Mm-hmm.
What? Do that math again?
No. I probably did that math wrong. I said if he scored, he's scoring 1 bucket every 2 minutes. So my bad, 15 points.
Thank you.
15 points. I was wrong. So like, but still 15 points off the bench is excellent.
But he hasn't scored that.
I said that
He played 30 minutes?
No.
He's never. That's why I said. I said he's averaging every 2 minutes a bucket.
That's what he averaging?
Last game he was in it for 4 minutes. He scored. One of the previous games he was in it for 6 minutes. He scored 2 buckets. One of the other games he was in for 8 minutes. I don't think he scored at all that game. One game he was in it for like 5 minutes or something like that. Like every time he plays, I ain't saying he's outstanding, but you can see he's getting the feel of the NBA.
See, the thing is, everybody be expecting that motherfucker to be LeBron, and he not LeBron. He LeBron Jr.
And he ain't even had a full season yet.
He ain't even had a chance to fully showcase what he can do yet.
And he's recovering from heart surgery.
Because of people like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant and Anthony Edwards. And what?
Stop making the excuse of the heart surgery.
How can you say that?
Yeah, it hasn't even been a full year yet.
Surgery.
I'm not saying. No, the argument is that he's not ready for the league.
Why you say that?
Yes, he had heart surgery.
Oh no, stop.
Just because he had heart surgery does not mean he was ready before then. He still wasn't. He was coming off the bench at USC. He had the heart attack in practice.
Why is he not ready for the league?
I honestly believe he should have stayed 2 to 3 years at USC. Did he come into the league because of LeBron? Yes. Did he get a draft pick for the second round?
Second round, 55th pick.
Because of LeBron? Yes.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not.
The stats at USC was damn near what it is now.
Yeah.
So it tells you that he wasn't ready for the league.
Yes, it does.
I said, so what tells you that he was not ready for the league?
Just stats alone. Stats alone. In the training that the people said, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did they say he had to do?
They said once you get Bronny like pissed or whatever, he becomes a different player. Bronny's issue isn't his game.
He's laid back.
That's the problem. That's his only problem. So if you can get him...
I play in the league with my dad and I'm getting paid.
So,
I'm carefree at that point. But even more than I already was. I got knocked down to the G League to get that fire up out of me, and you're doing great in the G League. Cool.
He ain't doing great, and he's doing awesome.
I've been saying
there's a lot of people that ain't doing what he's been doing in the G League.
He should have stayed. He just needs to stay in the G League for at least 2 years. What they doing now, where they have it where he's in the G League and then he comes in, he at least sees the game, or he gets in for like.
I think that's excellent for him.
The 8 minutes that he's in.
Yeah, I think that's excellent.
That's fine.
Yeah,
doesn't mean you was ready for the actual league.
I think. I get what you're saying. I think this.
He was in USC for a year.
Yeah.
The same year that you had the heart attack.
Yeah. But hold up. Now let me go piggyback off that.
Was it actually a heart attack?
No, his heart stopped. Okay. It wasn't a heart attack. His heart stopped. He had a hole in his heart or something like that.
And this is no disrespect to Bronny or
the same thing happened. Like the same thing happened to Shaq's son.
It is pure and utter disrespect to Bronny James. That he is definitely disrespecting you in your game.
That's the same thing happened to Sharif O'Neal, Shaq's son. And he's trying to work his way to get into the NBA because Sharif was a number one potential pick until he had the same problem.
But I also believe that your brother's better than you, so
Bryce is better. But
it's true.
But that doesn't take away from Bronny. I think Bronny is an NBA player. I don't think he's LeBron. If there's gonna be out of LeBron's kids, there's anybody that's gonna give him a run for his money, and I don't think either one is gonna be Bryce.
Bryce is like LaMelo,
yeah,
and Bronny is like Lonzo.
Yeah. I think Bronny's better.
They all can ball.
Yeah.
They all deserve to be in the. He deserves to be in the NBA.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. He deserves to be in the NBA.
Well, right now he's playing like LaJello.
Damn.
No, you're not.
But Jello can play.
I didn't say he couldn't.
And Jello deserves to be in the NBA, but they holding him because of LeVar.
Thank you.
That's it. They don't want all three ball brothers. And I think the only way he gonna get in the league is if when Lonzo's contract's up and LaMelo's contract's up, and they like, if you want me, you got to sign both of my brothers too.
That's not gonna happen. But that's why he's a rapper now.
I
swerve in that corner store. Damn, I done spilled my yak.
But also the stuff that Stephen A. and a couple other people were saying.
I shouldn't have been swerving.
especially Stephen A.
Swerve too much, gonna spill the drink.
He would talk about Bronny's off the court.
That's why you get drinks with lids. If you're drinking in the car, you're swerving in the corner store. Like you in New Orleans. With the daiquiri.
That's why you also
But he would talk about Bronny's off the court stuff, like him.
What if you quadruple?
Like him playing, like him being a gamer, a professional gamer.
4. That's 2 cups.
But you heard me?
You gonna pour it?
Coming from you?
You gonna pour 2 double cups?
Coming from you?
You gonna have 2 double cups?
You had like 6 one time. You just kept.
But what?
I was tweaking. I was stacking cups on top of cups.
I remember.
Every time I finish a cup, I was
drinking out of the top one.
Yeah.
All right.
But that shit like this time.
Guess what? It stops the friction of when shit going on.
Until it doesn't, because it can't get high enough to where the top becomes too heavy.
Yeah.
But he was talking about Bronny's off the court stuff too. Like
what about it?
Him being a professional gamer. Him.
So I make money.
Yeah. The amount of money he made at USC, he didn't like. A lot of the stuff.
Sound like he a fucking hater.
He is. Like so LeBron came to him because he was like, yo.
And pulled a Will Smith.
No, I don't think he pulled a Will Smith at all.
He didn't slap him.
No. I mean, in the way that he spoke to Stephen A. Because it was after the game. No cameras caught it other than that fucking cell phone. He went to Stephen A. and was like, yo, keep this between us. You can talk about me.
All I know is
leave my son out. Leave my son out.
Behind pause, Stephen A. looks as if he's saying, "My bad, bro. My bad, bro."
He was.
That's what it looked like to me.
When Stephen A. addressed it, he was like, he said, "I wasn't talking to LeBron, the basketball player." He said, "The person that was talking to me was the father." If that was your son, I'm guaranteeing. If they're only sticking to the game, you'll be like, all right, whatever. Why are you talking about the shit that he do off court that has nothing to do with this shit?
Why, as an athlete, are you worried about it, knowing that that's what the media does anyway?
Yeah.
You don't like what they say, change your image. You chose to be a public figure. You chose to have the career
That's true.
that you have.
That's true.
consequences come with decisions.
That's true. That's true. But I can see why he said something.
I can too. As a parent, I can see why he said something.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking as a parent.
But I'm talking as a person with sense.
Yeah.
Who is a parent and who's played sports. So all of them encompassed into one. Don't say nothing. You play a sport that you chose to play.
Yeah.
You chose to be the greatest at it.
Yeah.
That's how football is.
That's how that shit works, bro. They gonna crucify you.
You gotta understand.
That's what works.
I think that's
you
another.
turned yourself into the Messiah. That's on you.
I think that's another thing with me, because you brought up football. The big gap between football players and basketball players, it's not even just that. It's coddling. You don't get coddled in football. You have to earn it. You don't.
Unless you're a quarterback.
Okay. But you can lose your job like that. As a
Patrick Mahomes.
Besides him.
Tom Brady. And I love Tom Brady.
Besides them.
Tom Brady wasn't coddled his first couple of years in the league. What I mean by that, before you say anything, and I was gonna get to him too.
The only people that don't get coddled is black quarterbacks.
Him at Michigan and him when he came to, if he was coddled when he was with the Patriots, he would have started the moment he entered the door.
No, Drew Bledsoe was good.
I know, I'm saying Drew Bledsoe was that dude, but I'm saying being coddled would mean that, hey, we're gonna do da-da-da, and they wasn't doing it. They told Brady, you're not playing.
Coddling.
That's coddling?
That's a part of it.
Saying you're not playing at all?
Hell yeah, that's part of it. You taking care of your golden goose. Even if you don't know he's going to end up being the golden goose.
No. I'm not talking about Drew. I'm not talking about Drew Bledsoe.
I'm talking about Tom Brady.
So it's coddling you.
You drafted this man to be your future quarterback. No,
they didn't. He was the 6th. He was picked in the 6th round.
To be the backup quarterback.
That's it. You're the backup quarterback.
Which means that
you're not going to start.
You are the future of the team. That means as of right now, because of the quarterback that we have, you're the only other option at quarterback. You are the technically future of the team.
I don't think you remember how things were.
And then when you get hurt, and this motherfucker come in and start showing out,
I don't think you remember. Quarterbacks typically who start are drafted between the 1st and 3rd round, even back then. Brady was never looked at as the future or as a solution. He was looked at as, if he gets hurt, you're coming in to play until he gets back healthy.
Two things can be true at once.
And they were more than likely going, I think Bill said it, they were going to draft another quarterback higher that they wanted in the draft. So Brady was never, he wasn't coddled, which is why he has the attitude that I'm talking about his first
couple. Got hurt, and they put him in and realized that he was the golden goose, and then he took them to 7 fucking rings.
6.
Okay. 6.
Drew Bledsoe did get hurt in Brady's 3rd year in the league.
Either way, all them motherfuckers.
How is that coddling though? You gonna sit behind this motherfucker no matter what you say, no matter what you do.
Saying overall that he was not coddled?
I'm not saying overall. I said his first couple of years, cause your first couple of years can determine who you gonna be from that point forward.
You do realize they naturally start coddling you as a quarterback, regardless of if you first or second.
You don't get.
I got a white quarterback for you that was crucified the first years he was there. And y'all literally agree. Like, I'm not saying that the criticism wasn't justified because he proved that he wasn't it. Daniel Jones. Everybody saying, oh, he ain't it. He ain't gonna do this. He ain't gonna be that. I'm just saying though.
He was because when Daniel Jones first got there, they loved his ass.
No.
He's the Nets' new Eli.
They did say that. I told you.
I even said that.
I told you, and I stuck to that. I said Daniel Jones is not the fucking answer. I said that.
I didn't say that. I said he was good.
And I stood up because when I watched him,
I still think he's a good quarterback. The Giants ain't for him.
It ain't.
The Giants don't know how to lead a fucking organization.
If he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong.
I'm gonna say he might do it with Arizona. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. If he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong. But I always thought that he wasn't ready. But I typically in the ecosystem of football, quarterbacks, if you are a little bit more, I ain't gonna say a little bit, are coddled more than the other players. But what I'm saying is, it's still less than what the fucking NBA and the people, and not even just the NBA. You could go semi-pro.
Who's coddled in the NBA? Who's coddled in the NBA? In your opinion?
Damn near every player.
They're coddled?
Yes.
How so?
LeBron step.
How is LeBron coddled?
The Golden Gooses?
Yes.
How is he coddled though?
Oh, LeBron literally threw his hands up foul.
That's
up
not
5.
true either.
That's not.
I'll say that's kind of like, come on
That's
now.
not true
Just
either.
because LeBron
That's not
say
true
it,
I disagree with
That's
that.
not
I
true
disagree
either.
with that
They
because
call fouls all the fucking time
they
on
do not
everybody
call
else,
fouls for
and they do not
LeBron
call
like they
fouls on
should.
LeBron like they should. So yes,
I disagree with
If
that.
you're gonna say that, then LeBron's been coddled since high school. So,
But you can't say that because.
They still call fouls.
But
they still don't.
and
They
I'm
still
saying they
avoid
don't,
fouls.
because there was a time when Boston, Jason Tatum smacked the fuck out of LeBron on the arm and face.
No call.
No call. End of the game. And they was like, no. And replay showed it several times to the point where the NBA had to say, we're sorry, we got it wrong. But outside of that, when I'm saying like coddled for the NBA players, there's a distinction of, and I do give them the respect for this, where they don't feel the need to finish their contract, which is one of the reasons why I like LeBron as much as I do, because he's like, I'm not gonna ask for a trade, I'm gonna finish out my time here, then I'm gonna go somewhere else if I see fit. But the moment they don't like some shit, trade me. The moment. It's not a second thought. It's not no, I'm gonna try my best to make this situation work, and if it doesn't, then I'll go somewhere else once my contract's over. It's a literal, I don't like it here no more. Or like, yeah, it's mostly I don't like it here no more, I'm gone. Whether
that's
you
not coddling.
Matter of fact, since you gonna brought that up, what about like LeBron doing like, oh, I don't like this player, go ahead and trade him. Oh, he ain't doing good, go ahead and trade him too. They like literally let LeBron control the team.
Hold on.
That's not coddling.
That's not
Nope.
coddling.
Let
If you
one
are-
player
that's
control
not
your
coddling.
team.
Hold on.
That's not coddling.
If you're
One
the
player.
That's not
time out,
coddling.
time out. If you're the best player on your
that's common work seniority.
yeah.
But
That's
what
common
you're talking
work
about is
seniority,
business.
and I'm just so happen to be the best fucking employee you got.
To control the players and the coaches?
I'm the
if
best
you leave
player you have,
after the contract's over.
and I've been playing for 20
things
years. You're damn
Yeah,
right. I
look at
deserve
it
to be able to
from
pick
both
who I play with.
I would call
Just
that
like with
coddling.
Jimmy.
That's
I-
not coddling.
I would call that coddling.
That's not coddling. That's earning
Jimmy just wanted another
recognition.
contract.
That's earning reward. That's earning rank.
Miami was
Kobe
giving
could do
him
the same thing when he was playing.
Trade me.
That's not coddling.
And my
Michael Jordan could do the
contract's still
same
not
thing when he was playing. That's not coddling.
That's business.
If certain people had more to bring to the table with their team,
Yeah.
they could do it too. That's not coddling.
In the sense
not
of
coddling.
the whole trading thing, you have to look at it as
That's
business.
listening to reason, because
You
you
have to
know
look at it as
if a
business.
player is not going to be good enough with another player. Like if I know that I'm beefing with this other player, why would I join this team?
There you go.
Why would I let him join this team? Why would I do that? Or if I know that me and this player have great chemistry, why would I not try to play with him? That's not coddling. It might be insider trading, which is wrong, but it's not coddling. It's earning the right to get to the point where I can make this decision that'll better my team, because I have earned the right to say that I'm the best player on the team, or at least close to it. See, the thing is, when you have a team like that's the problem with teams like the Lakers when they had Shaq and Kobe. Both players are so fucking good that whatever each player says goes. And now we get to the point where one player want this, one player want that. Now we bumping heads. We can't have that, huh?
As an ego got in the way.
Yeah, ego's getting in the way at that point. But other than that, it's more or less, I've earned the right to get this far. I've earned the right to make these decisions. I've earned the right to say this, because number one, it's like if you at your job and you got tenure and you got seniority, and you just so happen to be the most decorated, established, qualified person on the team or job to say something, they should come and talk to you. It's just like if I'm a supervisor at my job and they say, hey, we thinking about hiring this person, what you think? You should do that. A lot of jobs don't, but you should, because they're the ones in the position, not you. I'm the one on the court playing. Yes, you are the coach, but I'm the one on the court playing, and I would feel much better playing with Luka Doncic than Anthony Davis, even though that's not what happened. I'm just giving an example. Go ahead. See what you're saying.
All I was gonna say was, at the end of the day, when it comes to that trading thing and all that, it's business. Just like he said, when it comes down to players wanting to get traded, the execs have to look at it just like he said, as this player doesn't play well with this one person and everything like that. It's bad team chemistry.
If
a person brings the chemistry of the team down, the team suffers.
Right. Let me go on that. So I look at what Jimmy did as business, and the reason why I look at
Butler?
Yeah, the reason why I look at that as business, because I'm asking you, because my contract is about to be up. Let's go ahead and do this extension. This is the number that I feel like I deserve, which he did, because he did take them to four NBA finals. He did do that. The one against Bron, and Oh, I'm sorry.
Celtics. No, not Celtics.
No.
Celtics,
But my bad. It was 3 and 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy took them to 3 finals in 4 years. And the rest of the team were either second round picks or undrafted.
Yeah.
And he was the leader of that team. So he did, to me, deserve the contract that he was asking for. They didn't want to give him the contract. In that kind of situation, trade me. That's a business decision. To me, what's not a business decision is I don't like it here no more. Which is what happens. I don't like it here no more, so I'm gone.
Oh, you mean Kevin Durant?
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's not a business decision.
I want to ring him to go join the.
I don't mind the ring thing. I don't mind that. The reason why I don't mind the ring thing. Listen. I get that when you're talking about legacy, people gonna now because of niggas like Stephen A. Smith and all them other motherfuckers have made rings matter so much. Which to me, it's the ring is a team thing. Because just like I said, Jimmy took them to the finals. They didn't win nothing because he was the only good player.
Plus, and then most of my niggas got hurt before the big game.
Some of them actually played. Tyler Hero only missed one of those finals. Only one of them.
One in half those games.
No, he only missed one of those finals.
One in half those games. I remember. That was really heartbreak.
But what I'm saying is, like, when you get like a player like LeBron, and everybody was like, oh, he's 4-10. Went to the finals 10 times, won 4. The first time he went was his third or fourth. It was 07. Third year in the league. His third year in the league.
With Miami?
No. Third year in the league with the Cleveland.
Oh.
He lost against the Spurs. They swept him. Yeah. They hold that against him, but it was just him full of nothing.
Because Michael Jordan never got swept.
But one of my issues with the NBA media, which is why I understand with some players and stuff, is you made Jordan this figure that you don't, not that nobody can reach, that you don't want nobody to reach. There was 2 years.
If they really feel that way, they make him the logo, but they won't do that.
The NBA is not gonna make him the logo.
I know.
But there was 2 years that I can say impunitively, LeBron deserved Defensive Player of the Year. 2013, 2014. He guarded 1 through 5.
Shit, if that's the case, LeBron need Player of the Year every year.
He deserved it. Like when they were saying, oh, we gave it to Jordan 5 times, he really deserved like 9. I understand that. LeBron's been playing for 20 years. In about 15 of them, he was the best player in the league. I ain't saying give it to him all 15 years. The nigga deserves at least 7.
In those years, who got Defensive Player of the Year?
The 2 years I'm talking about, Marc Gasol got it 1 year, and he was second team all defense. LeBron was first team all defense. And the year before that, I can't remember who won it. It wasn't Dwight Howard. It was another center, but LeBron was first team defense. And I think the other guy was first team defense. But LeBron deserved it those 2 years. For real. In my opinion, he deserved it those 2 years.
But now it sounds hypocritical when you say that, because you just said Marc Gasol didn't deserve it because LeBron got first team defense.
LeBron got first team all defense. Marc Gasol got second team all defense.
But the other one you said, LeBron got second and...
No, LeBron got first. But both years he got first all defense.
But you just said that the other person also got first.
Yeah, I said I feel like,
yeah, he's gonna get it.
No, I'm saying I feel like in that moment, these 2 years back to back, if you're guarding 1 through 5, that center, I can't remember who the fuck it was. Can you look it up for me? 2013, who won Defensive Player of the Year? But those 2 years of 2013 and 2014, when he was guarding 1 through 5 and he was with the Miami Heat, he deserved Defensive Player of the Years both of those back-to-back years. That's how I look at it. And in 2014, they did hold him because it was concise that he had the most votes for all defense.
2014, who did he play for?
Miami.
2013.
He had the most votes for all defense, right? And they said, "Nah, we're not gonna give it to you because he had won."
It was Marc Gasol 2013.
Who's 2014 then? Because it's one of those years that I know Marc Gasol won, and then that 14. LeBron was supposed to get. and then the other year dead.
Jakeem Noah.
Okay, so of course, cause you love the Bulls, but you do love the Bulls.
That's not the reason why.
Joakim was fine as a motherfucker.
Exactly.
Yeah, on
because
defense, he was fine as a motherfucker.
Even
They were
after
the
him,
ones that
they
was
had
giving
Roy
the
Hibbert
problems during that year.
as a runner-up.
I
Yeah.
remember that year.
Yeah.
Roy Hibbert number 2.
I thought he played for New York.
He did at one point.
Yeah, that was New
afterwards.
York at the time.
At when he won that year, he was playing for New
Wait,
York.
no.
I thought he was playing
it was
for
Chicago.
Chicago.
It was Chicago.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because they played against D Rose. Because one of those years, D Rose had won MVP. But LeBron, they've held LeBron most of his career. They have. He has deserved more MVPs. He has deserved Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion, at least twice. And they knock him for not getting scoring titles because Jordan got scoring titles.
I don't need a scoring title. I have the greatest scoring title of them all. Most points ever. Bitch.
No, I'm saying that's what they knock him for. Jordan scored 36 in 1 year. Okay, so then you think
That's
Harden's...
cool. That's
34.
I got
so
the
you
most
think Harden's
points
better because
ever.
Harden scored more
I
than
got the most points ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't care. I have the most points ever. Right?
We in agreement.
Okay.
But it's the same reason they knock Kobe. And I don't like that they knock Kobe. Oh, well, Jordan did this. Kobe's better. Let it go. I get it. Jordan made... It's the same thing I've said. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about the Vic thing. But it's the same thing I said about Vic. Jordan gave you a feeling. Mm-hmm. Jordan came in at the right fucking time. Like what you said. Nobody was doing what he was doing at the time.
I just remember the argument. Yeah, you crazy.
No,
You crazy as hell.
I'm not gonna go back and forth with y'all about this Vic thing. I'm sticking to the Jordan point. Jordan gave you a feeling.
Such a fucking hater.
Nah, Jordan because of
You're
the
such a fucking hoe.
Jordan, because of Jordan's shoes and all of that. That's why y'all still keep him on the pedestal. That's really what it is. He's become an icon. I'm not saying he shouldn't
The
be.
shoes.
I'm saying that's part of it.
Like it.
Just do it. Just do it.
So I feel like
Shia LaBeouf.
I feel like to be considered one of the GOATs, there should be evidence of you taking a team at least to the conference finals with barely any help.
You say you think there should be? You think you should?
There should be evidence of that. If it'd be different if in your career there was no opportunity for
But
that.
it's a
Like
team sport.
yeah, but if everybody says one player can make such a massive difference, then you should be able to do that. And Jordan never did that.
All right. So Gene Hackman was found dead in his house with his wife and his dog.
How you just pinned that?
Not the dog.
And
you just pinned that to
recent news
favor
has
LeBron in
shown-
that sense.
That favors Kobe
Recent news
It favors
has
Kobe,
shown
too.
It favors
that
LeBron, Kobe,
he actually
Carmelo.
died
It
of
favors
heart disease.
AI.
And he
Because
had
Jordan couldn't do
severe
nothing with
Alzheimer's.
nobody.
And it said that his wife had the hantavirus, and she ended up passing a week before him. And due to his Alzheimer's, he didn't remember to possibly call 911, and that is inevitably how both of them ended up passing. It is such a tragic story.
What kind of shit?
The dog died most likely due to starvation after complications of a surgery, a previous operation and/or surgery from the vet.
That's
This
wild.
is terrible news.
Yes, it is. Poor dog.
Rest in peace, Gene Hackman and the Hackman family, including the dog.
Rest in peace.
Thank you.
Most importantly, dog.
Yes, now that you two aren't talking about basketball.
Also sadness and depression why the dog could have passed away as well.
Oh, real quick. I'm not going on the NBA. The other thing I wanted to talk about, us all being fathers.
Sadness and depression.
Y'all heard about what happened with DDG?
No.
So y'all know he's with, was previous with, was
Haley.
Haley. He's protected her quote unquote golden image But he's come out and he's like, it's been difficult for me to have and see my son for the past few months. And he said, I'm tired of protecting her image. Let me tell y'all what happened. He said he lives hours away from her. And he doesn't have anybody pick him up. He goes to pick him up. He was sick this weekend or whatever. Or yesterday or whatever happened, and he drove down there. He said, I wasn't trying to take him out the house or nothing. He said, I was just going to take him from upstairs, and me and him was going to chill downstairs. I just wanted to spend time with my son. That's it. And instead of that being allowed, for whatever reason, she got upset and she kicked him out the house. And he said this has been happening for months now. He said, I feel like a secondary parent because it's like I can only be a parent when she allows me to be. So he's like, now I gotta go through courts, this and that. I'm just giving y'all. Basically, he's giving everybody the heads up so that when everything comes out, you know why it's out. I can see, because I've been in that situation twice. When you're trying to protect, when you're trying to be quote unquote real or keep shit in house, it can backfire on you. Because it did backfire on me twice. When I didn't tell everybody what happened with my baby moms and all that type of stuff, and I didn't let all of it left room for whatever they said was now law. So when I'm now defending myself about this is what actually happened, well, you didn't tell us that. It wasn't your fucking business. So a lot of people have been attacking him like, you shouldn't say this out loud. You shouldn't do this. What you talk about? Did you call her to say that you was coming to see your son? All this other stuff. And it's just like, y'all do know he's the dad, right? This is an equal. She's not the better parent that we know of, and he's not the better parent that we know of. They're both parents. Yeah. But they're both parents. So my question to y'all, the distinguished panel, what y'all think about it?
As men, it seems like we always have to keep receipts.
Saying anything about him?
She says some stuff.
Like what?
She's mostly upset that he's basically moving on. That's what it appears to be.
Okay. So, if she's upset about him moving on, even though I'm pretty sure, if I recall, she's the one that broke up with him.
She's also been with whoever she's been with, and he said, you know, we both have our separate lives. She do her thing, I do my thing. And he said, but he's like,
never mind.
Said he said he hasn't even really been spending time with no girls except for when he's streaming, which is his job. He said, I stream. He said, so if I can't see my son, he said, I'm not gonna sit here, stare at the wall and cry about it. I'm gonna go to work and make some money. But she takes that as a slight because you got girls on your stream and stuff like that.
It all depends on the reason why she broke up with him.
That's not an excuse to keep a child away from his parent.
No, but it explains why she goes about things a certain way.
Or she could just be insecure.
That too.
Or she could have tried to get out here in the field, and the field wasn't playing the game she was playing, and she got played. So ball up top, and now that it's ball up top, we about to score in the fourth, and now she mad.
That too.
Or he went over there and so see his baby. She was like, "Oh, you looking mighty good. You mind if you drop some of that D off DDG?" And she's just like, and he's just like, "No.
I just came to see my son."
Cause you've been there too. So
God.
The only issue that I have with him,
or he could be a piece of shit father. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that.
Yeah,
we don't know.
I mean, but from evidence of what we have seen, he's pretty good at it.
From what we've seen,
he's pretty
even
good at
she
it.
has said
he's a great at it. From what we've seen, he's a great at it. So it's like, I mean,
the only issue
you don't know what to go off of.
You went worldwide with it. Like,
I also get trying to get in front of whatever information could potentially come out due to this.
He's taking
especially
her to
since
that's fine.
Especially since you still care about your man. I don't give a damn how much baby mamas say fuck that nigga. He still care about her. He still cares about her to some degree. So it's like, as you can see the world on me, I'ma still try to protect you.
Yeah.
And he just got tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
That happens more often than not.
And also, a lot of people don't know how to put themselves in other people's shoes and understand that just because I'm not with you every day, just because I'm not seeing what you got going on, don't mean that I don't understand what you got going on. But a lot of people don't understand what other people have going on. So that's from the perspective of you're not even trying to understand where I'm coming from in this situation. You just want to be mad.
That's true.
Because it's like, for example, you could want some money. It could be as simple as you want some money for something for the baby. But because we're not together, we don't live in the same house, you might not know how bad I'm struggling over here. You might not know how bad it really fucking is. But you mad at me that I can't give you X amount of dollars or spend X amount of time. Yep. But you don't know that I'm struggling to eat ramen noodles.
Yeah.
You don't know that. But you worried about
make music?
He makes music and he's a streamer.
Yeah.
What was the last DDG song that he made?
I don't know the first DDG song.
I don't know. But he makes money.
Famous for having an abnormally deep voice apparently.
Yeah. Hood JJK comes to mind when I think of that.
But he makes his music has sold pretty well, and he makes a lot of money. I don't know no DDG songs, but I've seen his stuff
but even
out.
Still, I was just using that as an example. Money can't be the issue between the both of them.
No,
I don't think it is.
But
No.
if I live hours away and I'm coming out my way to come see y'all, man, let me spend some time with my child. You probably just upset for whatever reason. You got custody. You winning the battle. Just let me have these moments. That's all that is. In my opinion.
Oh no, we're in agreement.
Him being sick could also be a reason too.
But he wasn't trying to take the baby out. He was like, literally, I'll take him just downstairs with me.
I don't know, man. It could be a lot of different things.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's not whether I'm taking the baby downstairs in this case. You're the one that's sick, coming to see a healthy baby.
No, the baby's sick.
Oh, okay.
You didn't say that.
You didn't say that. You said that he was
made it
sick.
sound like
No, I meant to say like the baby was sick.
Okay. Gotcha.
He was like, I'm trying to take him in the shower so he could feel better and all that type of stuff. The baby was sick, not DDG, my bad. But the baby was sick, and he was trying to.
He was trying to move the baby, and she was like, "No, leave him there. You getting on my nerves. Leave him there. Get the fuck out of my house.
And then you do just
get out of my house.
And then you do just got.
I hate you. I hate you.
You do have that.
Unnecessary shit.
Yep.
You just being emotional.
Emotional damage.
And that goes for men and women. You just being emotional.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Stop being emotional. Feelings get you killed. It's okay to have feelings, but there's a time and a place to express those feelings in a healthy and desired manner.
Yeah. Well, now they gonna be going through a custody battle, so a lot of information is about to come out. So I just wanted to know.
It ain't gonna be no custody battle for real. She gonna still have. It's gonna be split.
Because he don't want.
That's enough.
Because he probably don't want full custody anyway.
But that's enough. Split custody is enough because that means I get him 50% of the time.
Exactly.
So
that's why I was like.
Which means you can have the feelings you want to have. When I pick them up, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
exactly.
And if you don't give me my child,
Police.
Lawsuit.
Yeah.
Lawsuit. Lawsuit.
You was about to bring something up. What you was gonna bring up?
I forgot.
You got anything?
not concerning that.
I'm gonna pivot back to football real quick. Did y'all know that Geno got traded to the Raiders?
Yes.
Yes, he did get traded.
No, I did not. But wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know?
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yesterday.
Geno got traded to the Raiders.
I'm not mad at that, but wow.
I think the Raiders are going.
I think it was for like a 6th round pick.
Crazy.
No, it was for like a third.
Oh, 3rd round pick.
I think it was for a
I ain't
third.
never shut off a yawn before.
Yeah, it was for a
It was. I think it was for a
Big
third.
yawn. That's crazy work.
I think it was for a third. Let me check.
Don't worry, I got
For a 6th round draft pick?
Let's go ahead and see.
I think the Raiders are going to draft Jalen Milroe now. At first I was going with Shador, but I think Shador's ready to play.
3rd round pick.
Yeah, okay. I think Shador's ready to play. I think they're going to draft Jalen Milroe in the 2nd or 3rd round so they can have him learn behind Geno for the rest of Geno's contract, which he got 2 more years on, and then they're going to have him be the starting quarterback. I think that's the play that Brady's going with.
And Xavier Worthy got arrested.
Damn.
this morning.
Damn.
For what?
Felony domestic violence charge.
What the fuck, nigga?
Dang.
It's always domestic violence.
Right.
But I'm a little
You know,
Mexican friend.
that crazy thing
Domestic
about it. That's the thing that's on thing with the Chiefs.
A lot of them do be having those.
I think a little bit of domestic violence should be okay.
You know, you got it. You know, you got it.
I think we all think that domestic violence should be a little alright. Sometimes you just gotta put your hands on a motherfucker. Not in a deliberate way trying to cause any harm or damage, but you just wanna nudge them in the right direction. 'Cause sometimes people are stupid. And sometimes they need a little bit of sense knocked into them. Sometimes.
So do you mean just grabbing them and shaking them, or are we talking Ray Rice?
Now nobody's telling you
That is wild work.
to go and clock her upside the head like that. Mm-hmm. Especially not in the elevator where there's cameras. All I'm saying is sometimes
it's okay for both of y'all to put on the gloves.
They're still together.
somebody's brain need to be jostled.
They're still together, by the way.
A good shake goes a long way. Yeah.
All right, y'all ready?
And be
to
done with it.
So, Nelly's ex.
No beating people in the eye. Matter of fact, no touches to the face.
That's proof.
That's just
Proof in courts.
Mm-hmm.
treat them like you
can't lie about
treat them
that.
like you treat light skinned people and whoop feet. And call it a day.
Or just BTA. That works too.
All right, so this says Nelly's ex Chantel said, said she left him to see if space would bring them closer
She
together.
was stupid.
What?
And then he had a baby and got married.
Talk about space. Talk about
Now
space.
you really stargazing from outside. Yeah. She messed up on that one.
Maybe she would have knocked some sense into him.
It's fine. I think she goes to my church.
And maybe a little bit of domestic violence might save their
I
relationship.
think she goes to my family's church.
Chantel.
Go to
Mm-hmm.
she out here.
Mm-hmm.
Nelly X.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them out here. So how y'all feel about the situation going on with Neo?
What's going on with Neo?
Never heard it.
He got
Where
3
your old stepmom
wives.
used to stay.
Huh?
Living where your old stepmom used to stay. In those neighborhoods. Yeah. Nelly got a kid that's about our age.
I ain't worried about all that.
He got a kid that's 30?
About that age.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it feel to be a step parent of
He would've been
somebody
like
my age.
12 when we was born. Right?
Who?
Nelly.
What?
How old is Nelly?
He like close to 50.
Yeah. What?
Like 45.
I thought Nelly had a good 15 years on
Maybe
him.
like 45. Even still, nigga, that's old enough.
Yeah.
That's true. So the thing that happened with Neo is he has multiple girlfriends.
Okay.
That's
And he's chosen not to hide it from his children.
As you should.
And his baby mom has taken issue with it because she said keep your philandering away from her children. She said he's being disrespectful to polyamorous relationships because he's not being poly. She says he's getting just a bunch of different girls and just doing his own thing.
Sound like she's just mad she ain't
and having them around the kids. Now, here's my question: how long should any parent wait?
Well, I think he cheated on her, so she bitter.
Yeah, but how long should a person wait
Justifiably
to introduce them to their children?
The moment you know it's gonna be serious.
Agreed. So now my question is,
There's no time limit on that. It could be 1 day.
no,
it could be 2 days, it could be
we're in
3,
agreement.
It could be a year.
We're in agreement. She's saying that he's being disrespectful because she said he's not serious about none of this.
So what you telling me is that because I'm dating these women, no matter how long I'm dating them, but it's pretty serious enough for them to be around me all the time, that I can't have my child because I choose to date somebody or multiple people? That's wrong as hell.
Yeah.
I should be able to have my child too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not worried about what you do in the sanctity of your house. Don't worry about what I do in the sanctity of mine.
Yeah. A lot of women do that though.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want to. Never mind.
So
what you were saying.
my question, my main question is,
Because you said that he said that he wasn't serious about none of them.
she said that he wasn't serious about none of them. He said I have multiple girlfriends.
I heard
These
wives.
I don't think they're married.
I heard girlfriends, but he might have said wives. To me, if you're serious about them, it's fine. If they just fly by night bitches, I understand the anger. You kiss.
Even still, it's levels to that polyamorous stuff. Like it's levels. Like sometimes you got I forget what they call, but like they sometime me. Like in polyamorous relationships, you got some people that's like planets. Some people that's gonna be in your orbit right there. Some people gonna be your Venus. Some people gonna be your Mars. Some people gonna be your Mercury. And some people gonna be Pluto.
Yeah.
Some people might come around every once in a while. Some people might be around all the time. Some people might be around a little bit more often than the ones that aren't around often, but they not as often as the person that's always here. Like it's things and levels to the polyamorous relationships, but because people so fucking caught up in all their bullshit and their fucking emotions, they can't see logically to understand what somebody else is going through. Change your fucking perception and change your perspective. I ain't even gonna rant today. I'm gonna just say that.
No,
because I'm tired.
I piggyback off of that. Yeah.
You got anything? I got more. I'm just trying to see.
Yeah. I was like, no, I agree with all of that. Just like, let the man do him. Just like, if he don't want to take us here, so what? As long as he's still a good father to his children.
That's all I care about. Just be a good dad. That's it. That's all. That's
it's not like he fucking these women and say, okay, let me give me some pussy. Like he ain't doing that.
If they're and if they're helping with the kids, which from my understanding, he said that's what they're doing.
What's the issue?
Why are you tripping?
Exactly. Yep.
It might be what Smoke said, and she's upset that she's not one of them.
Yep.
But he did cheat on her with multiple women, so I can understand her also being mad.
And he had a baby on her, so I understand. I understand her justified
anger,
spite, and anger. Now, in that, the man gonna do what he want to do, and he got enough money to do what he want to do.
He just finally says,
as long as he's a good parent, and being a good parent don't always have something to do with who you messing with. As long as you can balance it out, even if you have your child around somebody that you might not want them around all the time or whatever the case may be, as long as the parent is good enough, you should be okay. And you trusted that man enough to open your legs and have children with him. You knew he was like this before y'all had kids. So this on you too. Accountability.
Yep.
And I'm not blaming you.
Just look at the number.
I'm just saying.
That was in the overtime win.
Don't matter, nigga. The score, he did 31, 21, and 22.
Oh, that Joker.
I know. I'm sorry.
Was that Joker?
Yeah, it was Joker.
We are done with basketball.
So we all in agreement. I don't want to say she tripping.
I'm not gonna say she tripping.
I can understand.
Justifiably, she's mad.
Yeah.
As she can and could be. Should be is a different word.
Yeah.
Would I be angry in that situation? Probably not. I'd probably be jealous. Damn. Not only is 3 niggas getting, not only is somebody else getting that pussy, 3 niggas getting that pussy. I could at least be one of the 3. And we already had a baby together. Damn. I should have kept my mouth closed. I should have did this. I should have did that. Everybody thinks about that. Even if you hate the motherfucker that you was with. Because everybody wants free in-house pussy or free in-house dick.
Yeah.
They are the same and of equal commodity.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all in all, it could just come down to somebody being overly emotional about something that may or may not have been done wrong to them, but you're just being overly emotional. Whether it's justified or not, that doesn't stop the fact that you're still overly emotional. 2 things can be true at once. 3 things can be, hell, a bunch of shit can be true at the same time.
I saw something that was funny. It's piggybacking off of this, and it had to do with Cardi B with her fucking on Stephon Diggs, and it basically said that. So Cardi B,
she really just want to enjoy her whole stage.
Yeah.
She never really got the chance to get it once she had money because she met Offset and got married.
Yeah. But you think that's where it is?
I know that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not anybody that you can
She kept.
see that.
She says because he kept cheating on her.
Because they both got money really fast, met each other, fell in love, decided to get married without fucking. But when you get a lot of money, well, at least a lot of people, not everybody, you stupid motherfuckers, not everybody, but a lot of people, when they get money, they're gonna utilize the money. And the whole reason people want money is to fuck the people they wouldn't be able to fuck unless they had money. The whole purpose of getting money is to fuck.
Yep.
Cardi B could have fucked whether she had money or not, though.
Could she though?
Yeah.
You really think so?
I think.
You really think so?
Yeah.
You remember what Cardi B looked like before she had any type of money?
Good point.
She was still cute.
But
She could still get some dick from people. But I'm just saying, you are a stripper and basically a whore in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
Even though people will fuck you, ain't nobody of substance gonna even look at you. Not as no material to really be with. You think Stefan is looking at her to cuff her, or
No.
you think he looking at her to fuck her?
Fuck. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. The post was saying that. So
People don't want your wife or your husband. They want to fuck your wife or your husband. Be with the motherfucker that want to be with you.
That's exactly where I was going to go. Because the post said she went from having a husband and a family
to being a thought again, to being a stripper again, to being a hoe again, to getting your ass tattooed, to getting your ass pierced, and then posting the picture because somebody said, "Nah, you didn't do it." You attention seeking again. You out here being another fucking media whore again. Because all you good for is being a whore. And you are the reason why niggas say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Because even though you got everything you fucking wanted, because you don't cook and you don't fucking clean, you lost your ring, bitch. And I love you, Cardi. That's the thing. I love
her personality.
I love her personality. Love her. Love Cardi.
Motherfucker.
But this is the shit you brought on yourself.
Yeah.
And he was still wrong for cheating on you.
Yeah. Two things
can be true at once.
Two things can be true. Yeah, it said it went from you saying that you left him because you didn't want to share him to you being with Stefan, you fucking with Stefan Diggs and knowing that you're sharing him. But you had a
just
family.
like a girl will say, I don't want to go 50-50 to go from being 50-50 to being 100% of everything on your own.
Yeah,
you dumbass.
Yeah.
You can't do math. You can't do math.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking, you're dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a hassle.
And this is a shot at everybody, not just women, not just men, not just people that like to be both. This is a shot at everybody. The animals, the Danimals, the Transmanimals, the Pokemon, the Digimon, the Kuagon, the Koromons,
the water, the
everything,
air, all of it.
Everything. It applies to everything.
Yeah. Shit, hell yeah. Yeah, she fucked herself.
Yeah, big time.
A lot of them do, but a lot of them do. A lot of them say Beyonce and Rihanna is the standard. But
Beyonce and Rihanna is the standard of what?
So,
the only matter of fact, Beyonce is the standard that Beyonce and Jay-Z is the standard that you should talk to that young girl. As long as she's of legal age, you should talk to that young girl. You should try to pursue and date her. You never know. Y'all might grow up to be the greatest power couple of all time.
yes, I can see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's the only thing she good.
I was gonna say.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Beyonce, even though I'm not a beehiver at all.
Nope.
I'm just saying that to say, like, girl, like, you've been talking to this man since she was like 14, 15.
I thought it was 17.
I don't fucking know.
I
don't know, and I'm not trying to accuse Jay-Z of anything.
Yeah.
Let's go legal age. You've been talking to her since 17, 16, 17, either one. You've been talking to her since she was a teenager. You would have been, what, 27, 30 at the time?
Like 27, 28.
27, 28?
Yeah.
I personally, depending on where you met each other, don't see a problem with it because I understand. But that's what Beyonce's story teaches people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay to fall in love with who you want to fall in love with.
Yeah.
That's what I get from Beyonce.
The point I was going with, not just that.
With Rihanna, I feel
you don't
like you
A$AP.
wanted to be the man in the relationship.
Some women are the man in the relationship.
And that's okay.
I was just gonna say.
I say that all the time. Instead of dating somebody, and this is not a shot at gay people, I'm just saying this and it's gonna sound so mean and rude. But for example, if you look at them listening. Oh, if you wanna date gay, if instead of dating a gay man, go date a masculine woman. Instead of dating a feminine man, go date a woman. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like I don't mean it. You love who you love. I'm just talking.
He using it.
I'm just trying to use an example. Like, talk to the people that want to deal with you. You can find what it is that you want to find.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think that Rihanna, albeit gave birth, might wear the pants in that relationship. No disrespect to as soon as possible.
What I was saying with the Beyonce thing is, after his infidelity,
With Becky with the good hair.
yeah, they didn't stop. But also,
Because you know the key to a nice, strong relationship, you don't break up.
also for me working in the industry,
It's that simple.
I know a lot of the stories that happen.
It is that
with
simple.
her.
Ask all old people.
I understand.
What's the key to a long lasting relationship? When you want to break up, don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Fight through it. Work through it. Yes,
Yeah.
you're gonna have ups and downs. Yes, you're gonna have arguments. People get into the slightest little misagreement. And, oh, we're not worthy of being together. It's not gonna be giggles and sunshine all the time. Sometimes it's gonna be some shit in there. And I don't care how much potpourri or air freshener or whatever you spray in that fucking room. Shit is shit, and that shit gonna stink.
Sometimes you gotta go through hell to make it to heaven, man. Straight up.
Straight up.
So, y'all want to get see these Reddits now?
Sure.
All right.
I had something to talk about, but I completely forgot.
When you remember, just let me know.
Why is it that people that have certain jobs can't help themselves but can help other people? Motherfuckers need to learn how to take their own motherfucking advice.
Yes, I feel like this had.
Sit here trying to tell me some shit, and then I repeat the same shit you said to me back to you, and you looking at me like I'm motherfucking crazy.
Yo.
But you just told me the same fucking shit.
Yo. Okay. I need this, and I need y'all. Tell me, am I tripping?
Yes.
Just hear me. Because it's piggybacking off of what you just said. I just literally had something that happened between myself and Joy's folks, right? We was having a back and forth about like just life shit, right? So multiple times they have said to me, Michael, just because you grew up that way doesn't mean you have to be that way.
You know, you're not obligated to be the person that you were 5 minutes ago.
I agree. So this is what I said to them because of what we were talking about, right? I let them say everything they had to say. I said, but it doesn't have to be that way. And they was like, no, but I said, it doesn't have to be that way though. Y'all always say to me, just because that's how you grew up and that's what you saw, doesn't mean you have to be that way. So explain to me that if I'm saying the same thing to you, because I was having this conversation with her brother, I'm saying the same thing to you, why is it different? And I notice when I have a talk with all of them and we're having that discussion, every time I say that, which is what they say to me, is major pushback. So now I'm like, oh, so this is a rule for thee, not for me situation.
Because a lot of people are talking out of their ass instead of telling the truth.
Yeah. So that makes me lose a profound amount of respect for you.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Just like I was explaining to somebody today, just because the situation happens doesn't mean you have to lose trust or respect for people. If you just trust or respect them to be exactly who they are.
Yeah.
It's that simple. You must account for human error. We as people fuck up by not accounting for human error. And then you be like, damn, this person hurt my feelings. That's what people do.
Oh, that part doesn't bother me.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's what people do. In general, that shit's gonna suck. Yes, if a person has shows you a pattern of untrustworthy behavior, then yes, don't trust them. But if they do one fucking thing, albeit it might be drastic, but they do one thing, but they did 10 million other things that was good for you, this one situation fucked y'all up, they weren't your friend to begin with. They weren't your partner to begin with, or at least in your eyes, because it was so easy for you to let them go.
Yeah.
Real friendship stands the test of time. Real loyalty stands the test of time. It's people that's in my life today that don't even know I got beef with them.
Yeah.
But it's because I respect them, I understand, And because I have the conscious mind to be self-aware and sometimes take accountability for shit that I did or may have done in a situation and say, let me take myself out of my shoes and attempt to put myself in theirs, even though they're a little bit smaller, and see what they feel like for a second and just be like, if I was this person in this situation, why did I do the things that I did? And I try my best to think about it from what would or could be their perspective instead of looking at it from what I would do.
Or how I feel.
Yeah. That's why I don't feel a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I think.
What do you do with somebody who can't do that or chooses not to do that?
Don't talk about certain shit.
Okay.
Don't talk about it. Don't deal with certain shit. For example, here's somebody in my life that's in my life on a consistent basis. They don't know how to have serious conversations no matter how much they need to be had. So whenever one comes up, I just say, okay, yes, and shut the fuck up. And then they be like, you ain't got nothing to say. Nope. Because it's not going to get nowhere. We just going to argue. And these are friends too. We just going to fucking argue. So I say, okay, yes, no, and keep it pushing. You ain't got nothing to say? No, I don't. But you always got something to say. I know. You're not going to listen though. But even if I say that could lead to something. So you just say, okay, and keep it pushing. You want to know how to win every argument with your girl? Say, okay.
That's it.
That's how you win every single argument. Say, okay. They're going to end up thinking that you nonchalant and that you don't care, but that's their fault. Because when I cared, you acted like a bitch. And that goes for men and women, for opposite sides of the spectrum. Because there have been times where I acted like a bitch when somebody just cared and I responded wrong. It's okay to admit that, and it's okay to be wrong. You got to understand that, take accountability for it so you can grow and move forward and become that self-aware self, so that when you understand, when I'm in this situation, I know I'm prone to act and respond like this, so let me move accordingly. Because if I don't, I might mess this situation up for everybody.
Go ahead. I see you smirking.
No, that's the story of my life. So
What?
Being a nonchalant and them still flipping out. So I normally.
Cause that's the crazy part. Motherfuckers see us and be like, damn, that's your brother. No, hey man, but they like this nigga, but they don't like me.
And he worse.
And he.
I've literally seen people be like, Michael, you know, cause me and my exes and shit, like. They loved Chris, and I
hate my fucking.
And I be like, so you upset with me because I actually tell you how I feel when you're asking me how I feel, but then you look at him and he's just quiet, and you think it's because he don't feel nothing. It's really I just don't want to argue. But the moment I'm like that, now it's an issue because.
You used to talk to me. We used to do this. 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 We used to talk about this. Talk about this. Yeah, remember last time we talked about that? I got overly happy, and you was like, "Damn, that make you that happy?" Won't ever talk about that again.
I got I ain't gonna say in trouble. She was so upset.
As the youngins say, we clocked that to you.
She was so upset with me, and this gonna sound wild, but I don't care. She was like, "What's your issue? Why?" I said because I missed the bitch that I fell in love with. And I didn't realize I said it till I was really looking at her, and her eyes was that big, and I was like, "Oh shit, that came out." And she was just like, "Wow."
Is it away? That means you have changed, because the bitch I fell in love with is not what you acting like right now.
And I had
honey, boom.
I had to put it in perspective because I saw how she looked, and I was like, I'm not saying all of you is gone, but enough of you is. And yes, I have something to do with that. But I started naming the stuff that
I will always agree with Cat Williams, and I'm sorry for cutting you off. How can I fuck up your self-esteem? It's how you feel about your motherfucking self.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because her brother had told me, and I had asked her, he said, you're the reason that her self-esteem got low. And then
it's self-esteem.
I went to her. And
not social esteem.
I went to her, and I was like, whatever I did to make you feel that way, that's my bad. But then at the same time in my head, I'm like,
that wasn't an apology.
I had to. Well, I said I'm sorry, but she know how I talk. So when we actually sat down and actually had a.
Because you talking like, but people tell me that I don't apologize for.
Yeah. I had to hear that shit all the time.
I'm like, no, I'm apologizing.
Yeah, I've told people, so I'm not gonna change my lingo just because your ass don't understand context clues. But because if I say I'm sorry, sometimes when I say that, it sounds like it's not genuine.
The word don't sound right coming out of your mouth.
Right.
Why?
Cause that's not how I normally talk.
Cause you're a man.
That too. That too. When it's been several times. Me and this nigga, when
ain't
like.
nothing sorry about me, nigga. I ain't no sorry motherfucker.
That's true.
I apologize for what I did.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. Because I'm not a sorry individual.
Yeah.
But I do apologize. That was wrong of me. And I take full accountability for how I made you feel in this particular situation.
Yeah. When me and him was having our issue after the situation with my sister, I'd never forget when Joy was like, "That's it." Like, yeah. He said because she had heard when he was like, "Oh, my fault for all that shit that happened," and I was like, "It's cool," and that was the end of it. Because I'm like,
there's nothing else that needs to be said.
Me and
my homeboy from college got into it real bad. I'm talking about real bad one day. I went back and I apologized to him, and he hit me with the, bro, what's understood don't need to be explained.
That's it.
We never spoke about it again. And I just saw him a couple weeks ago. We hung out, smoked together, kicked it, talked, chopped it up, caught up, hugged each other, laughed, played, whatever you want to say. Like, it was fun. Like, card games and shit. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time. Nobody's thinking about shit that happened back then.
Nah.
That shit don't even come up.
Yeah.
And me and one of them was beefing real bad at one point. We don't even talk about that shit.
That's how I feel.
Nigga, I'm proud of you now.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the man you've become. I was on some fuck shit back then. We both were. I'm proud of the man you've become. I'm proud of the man you're becoming.
Yeah.
And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, bro. Like, that's me being real with them. Like, bro, I'm a lover by nature, not a fighter. I hunt because that's what we got to do to eat. But I'm a lover by nature because I'm genuinely invested in the progressive growth of everything around me.
Yeah.
Fuck what we had going on, dog. My bad. All water under the bridge, my nigga. We never spoke about it again, and we never will.
That's why I try to get to it, KT, because he still apologizes for what happened between me, him, and his ex-wife. And I keep telling him, you can stop. Like, I'm completely over it.
What you have to do is you have to insult him at the same time.
Yeah, you gotta insult that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know how he is.
That's true.
You have
That's
to
true.
insult him.
That's true.
That's how you gotta talk to a lot of people.
That's true.
Like,
But that's how people know you really care about them.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of people, because, for example, I was looking at something earlier and it was saying,
do you not know how often I insult this motherfucker right now?
when men love each other, they insult each other.
That's true.
They diss each other. They talk shit.
That's true.
That's how you know niggas care.
I do that, but I already do that to him, so I didn't think that when I keep saying, bro, it's cool, you were just being stupid.
But he's
Then
also
you say,
light-skinned, so he's
bitch ass
sensitive.
nigga, shut the fuck up. I already told you it was cool.
I ain't that sensitive.
Bullshit.
You are.
Nigga, yes you are. Yes the fuck you
Yes,
are.
you are.
Yes you are.
We love you, but
Yeah.
you are that
Yeah,
sensitive.
yeah. Between all six of us,
Like, if we weren't on camera, you'd probably be mad at just us saying that.
so
You walk from the IHOP to the Crystals.
you did.
Yeah,
We was talking about that the other day. Yeah.
I was upset.
That's like half a mile.
Mm-hmm.
You walked half a mile because you was mad?
No,
You know what that mean, right?
No, you would have heard the things that I said.
Sensitive.
I understand.
I said, did you even heard the things he said?
Who?
Chris.
I live with him. Yes, I hear the shit that he says.
Nah. Apparently he was digging deep. Like, he was trying to hurt his
Do y'all
feelings.
not notice?
No, we know. Me and Chris have had our back and forth. I'm just not as sensitive as he is.
I snapped.
He did.
Nah, I genuinely not like what you saw with.
I know.
Yeah, but no, worse than that.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm well aware.
I was talking about dancing on their grave and everything.
And you got your ass up and walked half a mile.
It didn't even tip all the way there. Who's defending him?
I just a little bit, but I
You
just.
didn't tip shit. You paid your bill, bro. No, because he was complaining about that shit. He said, bro, I sat here and defended him for 20 minutes, and he ain't even tipped me.
Wow.
I was pissed. I just wanted to leave.
Wow.
I just wanted to leave.
I'm sorry, that's some fuck shit.
I just wanted to leave.
Bro.
That's some fuck shit, bro.
I just wanted to leave.
You can't even tip the person that.
You gotta go back and find out whoever that was all these years later.
Yeah.
Go pay their ass and go tip them.
Yeah.
Bruh, hey,
you wanna know the
waiter,
you wanna know the
whoever
crazy
you
thing about
are, if you recognize them from that night at IHOP, please contact us through YouTube and or any other social media forums.
C3SShow@gmail.com.
We will get back to you and leave you a tip,
You wanna know the crazy thing about it?
minus the inflation.
I still went and picked his ass up for the crystals.
Yeah, because that's still your home.
Because that's your friend.
And he willingly got in the damn car.
Yeah,
Because y'all still homies.
Because he don't want to walk home.
That's a long ass walk.
Nigga, that's like,
It's another like
about 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
That's about 2.5 miles. I mean, it's not far, but
But at night in the cold, nigga, it's far.
if you didn't say it was nighttime.
Yes,
Yeah, it was nighttime.
It was nighttime.
It was nighttime. It was a good 2-3 in the morning.
You had to be angry just to walk down and up the hill
Yeah.
from IHOP. Oh my God, bruh, that's a fucking walk to be pissed off. I know by the time you got to T-Mobile, your ass was like, I should turn around. But no, and by the time you got to the T-Mobile, you was like, I should definitely turn around.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I did a couple times. I did a couple turns like, nah, fuck it. No, we already on this journey.
Prove my point. I'm mad. I'm leaving. See, that's that sensitivity. Because a real nigga would have been like, let me tuck this pride and go back to my ride. Because my nigga,
It's
it's
too
a
fucking
long
cold, yeah.
walk. And it's cold out here. I can't believe.
I was pissed at
I
you.
can't believe.
I was pissed at
I
you.
mean, you walked the entire Kroger parking lot. Cool. I know you probably walked down and then walked over.
I would have talked shit. I would have talked shit to you in the car.
Bruh, I
cussing
mean, it's
your ass
not a
out.
long walk, but it's just like,
And then
that's a hill, my nigga. That's a hill, boy.
What I sit back and laugh about now when I think about it was the reason I was mad. And it was because he just fucked up my night.
Then when you had other shit going on. And it was just the cherry.
strippers.
It was just the cherry.
Strippers. I plan on going to the strip club that night. This was during the strip club run.
For y'all who don't know.
We canceled plans for that shit.
See, our strip club runs consisted of pinups,
Yep.
rumors,
Yep.
and there was one more.
Fucking.
Gold Rush.
Gold Rush. Pinups, rumors, and Gold Rush. If you ruined any of my trips
We was playing
to Gold Rush or rumors,
Listen, that's where we were going. We was going to Gold Rush, bro.
to fight.
We was going to Gold Rush, bro.
Because Gold Rush and rumors,
Oh my God. Mind you,
I love them both.
Mind you, while we was
I
out,
love them both.
mind
You
you,
ever been a pink pony?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not a fan anymore. Because I've been to pinups, rumors, and Gold Rush.
Yes.
Like everybody, Blue Flame,
No,
Follies, Magic City.
Nah.
No. No.
Dreams was good.
Yes,
Dreams was